Indeed, a bittersweet victory for Ramaphosa. So let's analyze some of the positives and negatives here, right? In terms of the negatives, Ramaphosa, it became very clear, wanted a clean mandate. That's why he went even for Naledi Pandor as his initial choice for deputy president. He wanted the top six that would totally back him in renewing the ANC and getting totally rid of what is perceived as the corrupt faction. He didn't get that. Secondly is that he didn't get his first choice, nor did he get his second choice for deputy president. He didn't get Naledi Pandor, he didn't get Lindiwe Sisulu. Thirdly, he doesn't have an overwhelming mandate, right? The margin of victory, very slim, 179 votes. So you're looking at about 52% to 48%. Fourthly, he's not likely to get an overwhelming majority support in the NEC, if you look at the trends as they are currently. Then there's all this speculation that Didi Mabuza gave him the votes that basically made him prevail. So that results in him being indebted to a very shady character like Didi Mabuza. So those are the negatives. But if you look at the positives, and I think the biggest positive is this, he got the top job. You can never underestimate the power that goes with the top job. I personally believe that if Ramaphosa was given an option before conference that, listen, it's either this slate with you as leader or nothing, he would have chosen this rather than nothing. I know there were analysts predicting going in that Ramaphosa wanted to win but was not desperate to win. I still believe that. But I think here he got the top job and he's got two strong allies in the top six with Gwede Mantashe being there and Paul Mashatile being there. Even within the NEC, if you look at who's on that slate, so to speak, of Ramaphosa for the NEC, he's got big names like Khalima Motlanthe, Praveen Gordhan, Kapisi Jonas, Derek Hanekom, all of those people. So it's not to say that he's a total lame duck, kind of leader of the ANC. He's got significant strength. Now, coming back to the point I was making, he's landed that job. It's something he's wanted for the last 25 years. If you know Ramaphosa's history, right, he was touted for the job from the early 90s, had this big tussle with Mbeki, lost, and as a result went into the private sector. He seemed out in the wilderness from a political perspective until the fallout between Motlanthe and Zuma, resulting in him being brought back in Mangaung. But he's got that job now, and as I mentioned in our previous segment, he now can dispense patronage. What can work for him, right, is that even those who are loyal to a particular faction or loyal to Zuma know that they have to keep him happy because the president decides on the premiers ultimately. The president makes cabinet positions unilaterally, right? We know it's the president's prerogative. Zuma showed it to us over and over again, and I think that's a big positive for him. Another big thing is that if there is anybody who can lead a kind of disunited, fragmented ANC, it is Ramaphosa. Why? If you go back to his track record in the early days of CODESA, here's a man who was leading the ANC delegation. He had to negotiate with the National Party regime. He had to negotiate with Inkatha. He had to negotiate with all role players at a very sensitive time and a very fledgling phase in our democracy when it came to the drafting of the constitution. He's got the skill, he's got the sophistication, he's got the charisma, he's got the smartness about him. He's a man who knows how to instrumentalize power, like we spoke about earlier on. He may not be so good at winning power, but he knows how to instrumentalize it once he has it. There's three things he needs to look at now. These are going to be the three real challenges for him going forward. The one is the issue of Zuma. Zuma is a liability for the ANC going into an election year in 2019. Will he move decisively? Will he push for a recall, or will he have to act more strategically? That's a key area to watch. The second thing is the state capture inquiry, the terms of reference. The courts have helped him now; it's out of Zuma's hands. But how will he act, and to what extent will he act? And the third thing, the appointment of the new director of public prosecutions. So those are some of the key issues. Now, I think Ramaphosa's biggest challenge after managing this divided ANC is now campaigning for the ANC going into 2019. A big disadvantage is that the ANC has got to own the leadership. These guys are all 60 plus, right? And you look at the EFF, youthful, vibrant, dynamic. You look at the DA making inroads into the black middle class. So the last thing Ramaphosa wants in his political life is to finally, the prodigal son returns home, finally after 20 years he gets the top job, only to become a leader of opposition in Parliament come 2019. So he's going to have to work very hard. But I think the consolation here, and I think that the root cause of the optimism is that if there is anybody who can do this kind of a job, it's not what he would have wanted, ideally. It's not ideal for him, it's not ideal for the ANC. In many ways, it's actually ideal for Jacob Zuma. Because, look at it. Zuma, if Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma became president and they lost, it would have been blamed on Zuma. Now he's given the ANC a person who's more likely to win the elections in 2019, but he's sufficiently stacked the top 6 in the NEC in a way where it's very unlikely that they're going to deal with him in a very harsh way. So it's almost like a win-win situation for Zuma in some ways, right? It's not his option A, but it's an option B that he can live with. Ramaphosa didn't get his option A, but if he's smart enough, he can sway things around. Factions are fluid, things change. The top 6 were very united after Mangaung, and then they became disunited. And I think he can swing things away, but he'll have to work very smart, very strategically, and he's got his work cut out for him.